But why it's almost as if they didn't like striking people like Austin himself said, F you, and so now well people say for that screw you.
The sad part of that is
Yep.
somebody goes to Congress, which means that everybody in this country, this always needs to vote for Congress.
Yeah.
For something to get this to stop.
Yeah.
Citizens,
the word on the street is Congress. They are already. There are people doing that. I just haven't heard any. There's been rumors that there was a report done on a bill that's supposed to get pushed through to protect everyone like this.
yeah, I've seen some kind of video the other day about a congressman up there talking about communication
Yeah.
without actually doing the research into it or even accepting other countries' data.
Yeah.
So
That's
ridiculous.
crazy. State of this.
You drop it on that USB and just use the other computer with the touch thing?
I don't know how to do this drop stuff. I'm just gonna have to send me the thing. Oh,
What's up? My brother and I need shirts, larges. We'll take the ugliest ones. I like the hat a lot, but it's like a shirt.
Just make sure mine's working again.
When did you serve again? What was your AFSC? What did they do there?
Coordinate every activity on the front. Every aircraft with troops, every action that happens, every squadron that's dispatched.
This is what I gotta do. Yeah.
Left and right, you're good, man. All righty, guys. Give it up again for Jay Sarah, guys. Give it an applause. We got it going. Let's go, guys.
Well, they could see it was no IT guys working up there. Get some hooked up.
Let me get my earplugs in.
All right, everybody good?
Yep.
Everybody hear me?
Yep.
Anybody not hear me, raise your hand. All right, so first and foremost, my name is Jason Ayers, President of Veterans Pressure Washing. If you don't like the southern accent, I'm sorry. Okay? You got it out. Born and raised right in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 23 miles southeast of Nashville. If you've ever heard of Nashville, I got shit figures in the house. All right. Anyways, I love Tennessee, love traveling, I love doing this. Went to the youth convention in Atlanta a few months ago, to the same class there. Who am I? I'm a nobody just like everybody else. Okay, I'm not a pressure washing God. I'm not a king. I'm not any of that. I do not know every question or every answer to your question. I promise you. Okay, I'm learning just like y'all. But I think in 6.5 years, going on 7 years, I've learned a lot. So I'm here to tell you how to not blow it and waste your money. I got you. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get to it. Second, back in the corner, back there is Brandon Santander. He's Vice President of Veterans Pressure Washing. He kind of handles phone calls, that sort of thing, a lot more. I do a lot more of the shop type things. As far as rebuilding, he's more of the fabricator, the welding guy, the bending metal, that kind of thing is what he loves to do. And I love to kind of design them. We work together and just build the rigs. Okay? We currently have 5 rigs on the road right now. They're running as we speak. And I'll kind of get into what they do. But it's all, just like in the military, it's great to have a backup and backup. And that's the way I design it. Okay? Your rig will go down on the job as soon as we have it at a time. Everybody still hear me?
Yep.
All right. A little about me, where did I come from? There's my wife, she's over here. She was over there, she's in the back. There's Brandon here. We love doing big commercial jobs. It's just something I like to do. I like being high in the lift. Get the 125 footer out, let's go to 10 have fun. All right. That's my first rig. That's it. This is proof that you do not have to have the nice shiny stainless steel rig to make $100,000 a year. You don't. Okay? Is it easier? Hell yes, it's easier. Okay? But that will get you 5 or at least 2 jobs. But don't do it. Don't even start here. Okay? My wife will contest. I came home one evening and this, well, not that one in particular, but a backpack sprayer like this leaked on my back, burned my skin, and it was black. Don't do it. It sucks a lot. Okay? So that's it. That's what started this business right here. I had $300 to my name when I started. Okay? Let's go ahead. I'm going to start, as far as the rigs go, I'm going to start from the bottom. With the beginners in here, like, hey, this is my first time ever. You your confidence, keep your grass off. Okay? You let competition, or you let somebody else talk you down, they're going to make you fail. Don't do it. Okay? You got competitors right in town. He's a good friend of mine. I see him advertise on Facebook all the time. Matter of fact, he won an award. Great. I don't care. I'm going to run the business, and we're going to make a lot of money. Okay? That's all it is. So, if you're starting out, this is your basic rigs. Okay, when I say basic, this is $1,800 rig, something like that. Okay, you can buy a broken tool. That's a Simpson. You can buy, actually, I pulled that image off the Lowe's website. Okay. Let's go ahead and go through the details here. So, how many people in here only do inorganic cleaning? Only inorganic. Nobody good. I'm about to talk your language. I do all organic. Well, mostly organic. And I throw bleach. Everybody here throw bleach? Because here is clean to clean town, so no big here. All right. So what is this? Pressure washer, a blue cat faucet, 2.8 gallon nose drill buffer tank. You need a buffer tank for this rig? No. Okay, this is for just carrying water. All right. So what is this rig missing? If you're going to throw organics, what do you need? Bleach. There's no bleach tank here. So either you have another skid or something in the back of your truck to throw bleach. So backpack square, don't do it. Or a tank with 12 volt, something to put bleach on the house. Okay? Or hey, just put a doggone 25 gallon something next to it downstream. This will make you money right here. Okay? Everybody know what downstream means?
Yep.
Know what downstream means? Okay. Cool. That's it, one. All right, so we're final level. This is the 5.5 gallon hot box. As you can see, there are 2 hose reels in the back. Looks like water intake from the house, fire hydrant, whatever you want to do, and then one out, which is your high pressure. Okay. Okay. As far as money, total, what 10, 12,000 in there? The hot box itself is about 5,600 right now.
Right now, that 525 is going to run you
All right.
1,200 bucks.
With the COVID price, it may be double. I don't know. Y'all need to wake up here. Gee, quiet, nobody smiling. You ain't laughing by accident.
What
Am I boring to you yet? All right. If I'm boring, raise your hand. You tell me, okay? If you got your questions, ask them now. Ask them on the fly. I'll do the whole Q&A with you. When I'm done, we'll sit my ass down, okay? All right? If you got questions, just raise your hand. All right? All right, now we're up. This is one of our programs, okay? This is a aluminum bed. Why would you use aluminum? Don't rust. It will corrode, or as far as it will change color, it will, okay? But you also like it. All right? It's lightweight. Save a little bit of fuel. Nobody cares about right now. All right. That rig was built in April of this year. Okay. It was just pulled truck until we decided to go ahead and build that. That's a 425 buffer tank. That's a hot box with an 8 on the back. And on the other side, which you'll see in a second, is another 8. So it's a 2 8s and a 2 8s with one hot. One hot, one cold. For the new guys, hot water, music, popping gun. It'll save your life, popping gun. Okay? Crank it up. 220, 230 degrees, whatever. Okay? And then wintertime washing. SH goes dormant at around 42 degrees. Okay? Everybody hear that? So if it's 35, you're washing the house, and you're like, man, this ain't working. It is, but it's slow. It's like trees, they go dormant in bushes in the winter, right? Same thing with this thing. It's still there. You just ain't working as fast. Okay? Use a hot box downstream, 120 degree water. Don't do no 200. Okay? You get cold glass. Don't So it's kind of a experiment. I'm going to point at a few things here. This box here is hiding a booster pump. You see it there now? Everybody know what a booster pump is? All right, toolbox, generator, hours of the booster pump. Okay. We put the generator on this little hitch that I got in Harbor Freight. That's aluminum as well, because we don't always use the booster pump. There is such a thing as too much bleach for a job. It's possible. Okay? Kill plants, kill everything. People on Facebook right now that say, hey, I can wash a roof in 28 minutes. Good for you. I'm not going to. I don't want to. Okay? Okay. Because I care about the plants, I care about the property, and I don't want you talking about your paint. Okay? That's why. I want it looking almost perfect on me. Okay? Let's see. Let's go on to the next slide. This is the rear end of it.
Right on that paper.
There we go.
Right on that paper.
I was talking about the generator. So sometimes we don't use the booster. So we can pull the generator right out of the receiver hitch. If you want to, what I call a double rig job, say you're doing a big hospital, you want to bring 2 rigs, okay, look up to your income structure and haul it. Caution, at least in Tennessee, maybe different here. I think this is a nationwide policy, but DOT allows for how many gallons of SH for a regular driver's license. How much can you carry? 100 gallons. I believe it goes off of weight 2,024 pounds. Does that sound about right? Okay. So if you're pulling 2 rigs, you don't be caught with 2 SH tanks. If they're 100 gallons apiece, then you're pulling 200. Good. All right. But you can throw a lot of water with 2 rigs. I'll show you some more here in a second. Okay. So if anybody has any questions, you have time to answer or to ask right here on the right. That's the new IGX 800 that we've been talking about on Facebook. That one is a gear drive. It's an 8-gallon minute cold water machine. I love it. I think it's a little bit quieter than the old 690s. The 690s sitting right there. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it's kind of cool. The throttle is no more cable. It's a resistor. It's turned. Okay. There is no more choke. It's fuel injected. The computer does it. Pretty cool. You got its own independent oil cooler on the side. Okay. I don't know if prices changed, Marshall, but anyways, since I bought this one, or when I bought the one on the right, it was about $400 difference between the 690 and the 800. So, why not try it? Okay. Most of the machines you're going to see here are either belt-driven or reduced gear drive. So I want to say this too, there's one type of soft wash system I'm not going to talk about too much because I've never ran it. I know how to build it, but I've never ran it. That's air diaphragm. Okay, I've heard good and bad and all that, but I've never had a person build one. These work perfect for us. Okay. Some folks are back on air diaphragm, that's fine. All right. Any questions with this picture right here? You want to know anything in this picture? All right. This is the other rig. This is what I call a wintertime rig. Okay. This also has two 8s on it. Inside of that is the old-fashioned IBC tow. That's a 330-gallon tank. Both machines, this is for the new people. Back into the water tank. Everybody know what bypassing means? You know? Tell me no. You know? Yeah, you all know? Everybody know? Okay. All right. That keeps your pump cool. So the customer walks up, you can literally drop a wand and you go talk to them. You don't have to worry about the pump overheating. Because that pump is still pumping water the whole time it's running. This is the hot box in the middle. We can actually just put that in there and take it out if we want to. That's a standalone hot By then, they're about $2,400, $2,500, something like that, versus $7,000 for a full house kit.
Did it slide up?
Yes.
Slide up.
Where are you
It's
getting your
just
hot
sitting
boxes
in a
from?
cage, 2 guys in a hook, and just slide it right on out.
Is that a pressure pump?
Generator at the top, booster pump, blue proportioner, top right, bottom hose reel. This rig right here has 4 hose reels on it, all electric. Okay. The electric is nice. If you're doing apartments, it's almost mandatory. You will not have a right on when you go home because it'll be like jump. Okay, if you have a manual crank. Okay. Yes, they're expensive, but they're worth it. Okay. The only downside I guess to electric hose reel, if your battery goes down, just but you can push it in and roll it in. I mean, you can be there for a minute. Okay.
What would be like a pros and cons of having like a box truck as opposed to like a, you know, just a tank or a truck or the back of the truck?
Okay, so
What do you prefer?
just make sure I'm understanding. Your question is, what's the pros and cons of having like a utility trailer versus a box truck? Good question. For us, at least, like with this trailer, security is number one. Lock it up. I mean, people don't see what you have inside. Okay. This rig right here, if you were to fully build it out, or build it out and have somebody build it for you right now, I'd put about $28,000 on it. Okay, I'm talking about labor included, tanks, plumbing, all this. Okay, I don't want anybody touching my $28,000 rig. Nobody. Okay. So that's first and foremost. The second one you're going to laugh at when you have to use the restroom, brother. Just close the door. You know? Number one and number two. Find you a bucket and enjoy your day. Okay. Yeah, use some caulk or something, get a little sand in the trailer when you're done. Disadvantage of this. Okay, one more advantage, sorry. Wintertime Washington. You can keep these rigs warm. Do not use an open flame heater in this rig. You have a fuel tank sitting there. Okay? So what I use is what your grandma used to use back in the day, the old-fashioned old radiator heaters that you buy at Walmart. They're like $38. I use one of them. Just put it right in the center, run an extension cord through the back door, there's a little gap there for your weather rig. Close the door. It keeps it warm all night. This rig went through last year in Tennessee. We had a low of 14, and it was holding about 50 degrees the whole time. Okay, so here's the thing. I love a warm rig because it keeps the SH warm. We're going into wintertime. We want that SH above 42. Okay, I'm huge on that.
It's not hardware.
All right, Brandy don't know that our shop is getting warm right now. I put the breaker back on. But anyways, all right. I love this rig. Disadvantage: if you have employees, they will beat the hell out of you. They're going to run over everything. They're going to, run over curbs, hit signs, etc. So make sure they're qualified to pull a trailer. Okay, this one is a 7x14. Okay. I custom ordered this one here. It's got twin 5,200-pound axles. 10,400 pounds is the maximum. But you also have to take into consideration that includes the weight of the trailer itself, which is also on the tag. Okay, it'll show you what the trailer weighs. All right.
I got a question. Jason.
Yeah, go ahead.
Has your guys ever called you stuck in the drive-thru?
They don't go through drive-through for this. No. You'll see.
I know that, but I'm just saying, if you got the call stuck in the drive-thru.
The truck pulling this is taller than the trailer, by the way. Have y'all seen another trailer? Anybody? It's lifted. It's Tennessee style. Lift their trucks. All right. Another shout out. Anybody know Andy Knott in Delaware? Anybody know him? He's on Facebook. This is one hell of a rig right here. It's beautiful. Okay. This guy, I met him a couple of years ago in Chicago for the annual summit. He built this right after college. This is a Ram 5500, two-ton truck, 4 doors. Perfect for washing. Perfect. Believe it or not, it's only him and his wife running the rig. Okay, but they made a leak over 300,000 for one reason this year so far. This rig has a 525 tank front, same generator as we have. He's running 2 8s, one's a hot, one's a cold. SH tank on the other side, circuit cleaner, ladder rack. I mean, this is perfect. Okay. Now, I say perfect for me. Let me go off on tangents for a second. Everybody knows pressure washing doesn't mean, or always means pressure washing. Okay, there's fleet washing. This would be good with the SH tank if you use. Okay, you can swap that out, put maybe a 2-step in it. Two small tanks for that. The hot box is great. It's great for inorganics. This rig will work for that. Okay. Dumpster cleaning. I mean, as y'all know, there's many aspects of pressure washing. And pressure washing, I get this all the time. How many folks here, well, I thought you were going to pressure wash my house? You ever hear that? Well, I did. I didn't say what pressure I was going to use. You don't say high pressure washing. Everybody knows we don't use high pressure on houses, right? Everybody good with that? There's some folks that actually leave it. That's what I'm saying. I don't. We've actually fixed some jobs that people have done. Have stripes all over the vinyl. That later. Yeah, just, if I don't, forget about it. Okay. All right, so if you don't know Andy, like I said, Delaware, if you have any questions, he's an expert rig builder, building himself. He's real paper. Okay. Mr. Moore, Tennessee guy, anybody know him? He's a skydiver. He built this rig. This is a trailer rig that we're talking about here. This is a 14-footer that he custom built himself. Okay. Same Predator generator. Predator generators come from Harbor Freight. They're about $750 to $700. Make sure you get the damn warranty. Because they will go out. We've had to replace 4 this year. But a comparable Honda is $2,000. I'll take the hour downtime for swap that. Okay. So he's got booster pump. He's got the power for it, the generator. 8-gallon machine up top, fuel tanks down below, another fuel tank over on the back, and there's a hot box in the back of the case. So again, this rig is for him. This is what he likes. Let me stop for a second. As you know, I did not start off with $50,000 in my bank account to build a rig with. I had $300. Okay? There's 2 ways to build a rig. Did I say it right? Build a rig. Yeah, okay. Number 1 is you can build it the way that you want it to get you by for now. It'll work. Or you can build it to what you think you want to do in the future. Okay? You don't have any money like me. I'm doing what I can do, man. I just all have. But if you have 25 grand, 30 grand laying around, then at that point, put pencil to paper and say, what do I want to do? Do I want a fleet wash? Do I want a house wash? Do I want to wash hospitals? What do I want to do? Okay, what's it going to take to get there? If you got the money, that's fine, but what equipment am I going to need? Do I want to wash roofs? If you do, you need a proportioner or a batch mixing system of some type. In this industry, with this equipment, you get what you pay for. There's a big, huge fight all the time on Facebook about this proportioner, that proportioner, whatever. Get the bleach on the house at the right percentage. Okay? Because you can waste SH. You can also not throw enough SH on the house. And if you don't know your temperature, you can waste it like I do. Back to that enclosed trailer you saw, the proportioner is $1,300. But I was told that was the best one in the industry. I don't know. I bought 4 more cents. Okay? But the first time I washed the house with that rig, it was below 42. I just didn't know. just a vinyl house wash. With the booster, I've done 40 gallons of SH on the ground that day. No joke. Because it was cold, I didn't know the weight. I had no idea. I burned every piece of grass around the house. Okay? Don't do that. I had a portion that was wide open. Because when I put, like, let's say 10%, I talk about volume, by the way, not per percentages. So 10% is 1% of y'all, right? Okay. So I was on 1%. That's what I normally been doing, and it didn't work. Thought I had dead bleach. So I was like, hell, wide open. It cleaned the house, but not any faster. I just gave it a second coat and dumped 40 gallons of SH on the ground. That job paid $300. I made maybe 75. But I learned. That's the key here, is to learn. You can mess up all you want to, but learn from it. That's how I do it. All right? Reclaim unit. Shortcut guys in the back. He helped build this one. This is the third owner now, and Lonnie's smiling because they used to run this rig. This rig is really cool. It looks like a science project. Okay, this is a closed loop system. All right. We got this rig early this year. We do diesel spills, paint pickup, I mean, whatever. I don't have my hazmat license, so I can't transport any hazmat. Okay? But this is great if you have a client that's super eco-friendly. Hey, wash my driveway. Okay, we will. And if we won't give you discharge, we'll just suck it up. It's fine. I'm dump it off site on my farm. Okay. The cool thing we just did with this, we just launched a restaurant kitchen 2 weeks ago with hot. So 2 rigs. This one was vacuum on the surface cleaner. It's pretty cool. It's hot because you're running hot water inside the kitchen. You're going to start sweating. It's going to get hot real quick. But it's cool. They love it. I love being able to. And the owner of the restaurant even thought we were going to flood the whole place because the first thing I brought in was the gun. He goes, I thought you were going to get this out of here. Right? Fired this guy up. He was just sucking everything right up. Okay? I will contend, and I'm sure Brandon will agree, that when we got done with that floor of the kitchen, it was, I would say, more dry than using the mop letting it dry. Okay? So these can make you money. This is not mandatory for y'all to start now. We bought this because we had multiple calls coming in for these schools. We do Amazon. We have a contract for that. And that's where the calls came from. We actually rented this rig one time and he made tons of money. Because it helped that environment. So that's what we own it now. Okay?
How big is that tank?
There's 2 sitting there. Lauren, you know how big they are now? Well, they 300 gallons apiece? 225? So you got 20 and 225. There's the other side. Because the restaurants don't know the panels.
That's what it looks like to me. The white ones are the
Right.
so I might be using it.
Now, if you're doing
It's definitely using it.
the price goes up and you're paying it. Then you get full. Right. So you get 2 options. It comes to a tank that has a tank that does a diesel. One is there's actually teams, I'm sure in your area, that actually will come to you and pump out of the tank. They'll give you an hand receipt. They'll hand you the bill. You pay it and they leave. Therefore, you can show your client that, hey, XYZ, what we picked up is right here, and it's gone, it's in their hands. Your big clients are going to ask for that. And if you store gas stations, right?
I know most of those places already have a heating system already. So we have also like to say they'll have a car wash. And then also have a car wash for the gas station. The car wash have that on the heating system as
can't bust you.
You're doing Amazon boards, warehouse boards.
I'm sorry?
You're doing Amazon warehouse boards.
Right now, we are doing the exterior of Amazon.
You don't have boards yet?
Not inside. Not inside. I believe we have some coming up. Don't quote me
I
on
was just
that.
gonna ask for you discharge on the product.
Amazon, they are picky about it. Do you work for Amazon?
No, not yet.
Okay. Amazon is picky, at least in Tennessee. They may differ in other states. In Tennessee, 0 chemicals on property. Hot water only.
Walmart's the same way.
So, now we have them, obviously, we tried to convince them, let us show you how chemicals work. Okay? We even sent them all, we sent Agent Hawk to them. Hey, we're gonna neutralize it before it hits the ground. You know what Agent Hawk does? Kills vegetation and aquatic life. You know Agent Hawk is anybody? Everybody knows? Okay. Agent Hawk is a bleach neutralizer. Okay? Bleach is a real strong base. Okay? It basically just raises the pH. Okay? All right. I guess I'm not. I was going to tell you what Agent Hawk has in it. It's called sodium thiosulfate. You can buy it through your chemical supplier. We do. Okay? It smells good, just like it is. Okay? So, the agent, I'm going to call it Agent Hawk, the sodium thiosulfate that we bought, one drum was $250. And I was told by the supplier, cut that in half and use it. That's what we do. So 100 gallons for $250, I'll take it. It worked. We've already used it on a $4 million house. Okay, I'm not throwing numbers out there to be boasting. I'm telling you that it works. That's why I'm telling you this. Okay? We experimented and it worked. Just a visual information. Good? Okay. All right.
On that Agent Hawk, we just use the acid for that. We just saying it's super. But that's also acid for your acid.
You can't. I'm not saying it's true. I know all this. It's all you say. I'm just saying you're wrong. Right, but not too strong. Sodium thiosulfate, I know works. That's why I stick to it. The key to this, when you're building rigs or whatever you want to build, is find a supplier that you love. I have 3 that I can call anytime. They answer the phone and they know my name. That's pretty cool. Okay, I spend too much money, but it's cool that they know who I am and they know probably what I'm doing. So they're just going to say, hey, I want 3 unloaders, send them. Okay, I don't even ask the price anymore. Just send it. Okay. I know they're not going to gouge me. Where does this lead to? Your clients. I never thought I would get there, but now I have clients saying the exact same thing about me. Realtors especially. Go watch the house, send me the bill. They know that I'm going to go. Okay? You can get rich off of one job, but you'll have no more after that. Or you can get rich off of a bunch of jobs. You pick one. Okay? If you couldn't tell, I love what I do. Like, I live for this. I don't know why, but I do. If I'm awake 15 hours a day, 12 of that I'm talking to everybody. My wife hates it, but you got to eat. So, and we're going to eat damn well, I promise you. Okay? There's a lot of money to be made here. How are you going to do it? Okay? One last thing before I get off on that. Attitude is everything here. The biggest thing that can get in your head, because it got in mind and pissed me off, is competition. You good? Yep. All right. I love competition. I want to do one better. This is who I am. I like trying to be the best there is. Okay? I'm saying it's the best thing in the world, but it works for me. Pick something that works for y'all. Okay? Any more questions about the reclaim? These filters that I'm talking about on the side, they can actually filter the water incoming and separate it in another tank. So it separates the fluids. This is called a closed loop system. 2 tanks, not 1. I haven't done it yet, but I was told that you can actually take the water out of the front tank as it's been filtered Kind of like the, what they call the $180,000 rig you can buy to ride the cyclones. It's just a big cyclone. Because I ain't driving this. Okay.
Eventually, we'll have to get into this.
Booster pump. Love-hate relationship here. For commercial, this is great. This is money in the bank. Now speaking on opinion here. Residential, average house, and smaller, this is overkill. We killed a lot of plants this year. I guarantee we have $2,000 write-off for the plants. But we learned. It took forever, but we learned. Okay. So I love these. We do hospitals. Use Amazon, of course. We've done buildings 5 stories tall with this right here. That exact one. Okay. People ask how many gallons are we talking about per minute? Well, it depends. And this is what you're thinking about. If you're running proportional, you can only suck so much fluid through the valve if it's open. Okay? This has a maximum, as of what I've been told, of 7 gallons a minute. But again, that's with at least 2 valves wide open. Rarely do I have the least valve wide open unless I'm rinsing. That's what I'm doing next. This requires maintenance about every 90 days. This aluminum, stainless steel, whatever it is, aluminum cylinder, unscrews and slides off. There's 17 stages inside of here. I don't want to get too much detail, okay? But once you rebuild it, it's like riding a bike. It's simple. I can have this rebuilt in 25 minutes on the job site. Okay? There's 3 things inside of this. The bowls, the impellers, and diffusers. Okay? Yep. All right? It's not very costly. A rebuild, $30, $45. But this right here should average up about 20,000 gross income before you rebuild it. Should. Okay. Now, we're kind of getting into the parts. We use 3-way valves. They're great, but they crack. We had one crack last night. We'll troubleshoot this morning. Okay? Please,
But each will eat anything.
half inch general, half inch by half inch, very common. Downstreaming, everybody should have one of these. We downstream every single day.
You should.
Okay? Got to go fast because I got a minute and a half to go to break. All right?
Unloader.
Unloader. This is the cheapest one, but this is a pressure trapped unloader. And this is what I love. You can actually Siamese with this one right here. So running 2 weights, you can do 16 gallons a minute with these type of unloaders. K7s, you cannot. They're flow actuators.
Up to 4,000 PSI.
Everybody get that?
That's 45.
Here's your K7. Toolbox full of tools, keep that. You're going to need it. The rig is going to break, I promise you. Something. O-ring, 3-way valves, 12-volt pump, etc. Air compressor, air tires in the corner, man. The road gas station is there right now. This is actually really good for building rigs. You got your all your pneumatic tools sitting there, go to town. Okay? That's the rig building box. That's the only one I use. So if a rig comes home broke, it pulls it right in this box, I pull it out, and just go to town. Everything it needs sitting right here. Okay? Yep. Keep these with you, do commercial. Day frame signs. This one saved my ass this year. Not gonna tell you the story, we're gonna tell you the story from the inside. Okay? Last thing I'm gonna say, and then we're done. What I told you is my opinion. Okay? Facebook is Facebook. It's a love-hate there too. Okay? Don't listen to every single thing on Facebook. If you ask a question, get at least 10 answers and find the average. That's your answer. Don't listen to one certain person. Don't listen to me. You build the rig, you customize it the way that you want to. This is your baby. You're going to show it off. Why do folks have the nice shiny rigs? Because they want to. You clean for a living, clean your rig. I'm Jason Ayers. We'll talk to y'all soon.
got it, proceed, Ron. You do the giveaway?
I am. I'm gonna do some giveaways.